All right, everybody, how's it going? So if you don't know, my name is Jonathan Wessel. I am a knife maker based right here in Ashland, Kentucky. And I thought, how fun would it be if I made the single most Ashland, Kentucky knife physically possible? So a few days ago, I was down here at the train tracks, walking over to the river to go and fish, and I spotted something. I went, I could make a knife out of that. Let's see if it's still here. And check both ways. Surely enough, there's one, there's one, there's one. Well, this one looks pretty good. That one's nice and shiny. That should do. All right, guys, stay tuned. We're gonna make this into a knife. The most Ashland, Kentucky knife possible. All right, so if you don't know, this is a railroad spring clip. These are used to, I think, hold the track down in some capacity. However, they are known to be spring steel. So we're gonna try and forge a knife out of this. Next step in this journey is going to be the wood for the handle. But this is gonna make a mighty fine knife. And I think we've got pretty exciting plans for how somebody's gonna be able to get it. Well, I didn't have to go very far. And I believe that I have found my pin material. This is not the handle material. I don't want to use plywood, but what a better thought than to use maybe some repurposed bolts from some trash. Oh yeah, these are plenty long enough. They are all thread. Let's see if we can salvage a bit of this here one-handed. You know what, we'll even do the right thing and just clean up this shit. All right, so next step of this, I gotta find a catalytic converter. I can't explain why, but it's very important. Now, I actually found the wood for the handle surprisingly fast. It is wood grown right next to the Paramount, of all places. But as I was driving to the riverfront, I saw it. Oh, it's perfect. Hang tight, I'll show you it. Although I will say, walking down the street with a Sawzall in hand does make me mighty nervous. These trees have very recently been cut down, so I'm sure nobody will mind me borrowing the top 6 inches or so. But here's what we're looking at. Check it out. So I think we're gonna just grab oh, well, that one's not gonna work. That's cut all the way down. What about this guy? Oh, I think that one's gonna be the play. Yeah, I believe we're gonna just take a little bit of this tree. Tell you what, I definitely should have grabbed the new Sawzall blade. This one is very dull. Oh, it's so hot. All right, so Sawzall battery died and I didn't get through, which is really embarrassing. So I guess I'll be back. I'm genuinely shocked at how tough this wood is. I'd tell you what kind of wood it is, but the tree's been cut down already, so I can't identify it with the leaves. But yeah, we are stone dead here on the Sawzall. To give you an idea of how hard that was, I actually got a blister on the palm of my hand of all places from that. That was unpleasant work, to say the least. My eyes are full of sweat. Who thought stealing 6 inches of a tree would be so hard? Stay tuned. All right, so take 2. We've got the Japanese pull saw. This won't cut off a catalytic converter, but boy, it will hopefully finish up this tree. So wish me luck. All right, here we go. That's gonna be our handle material. Now I just have to exfil the scene of the crime. So just gotta get back to the van without getting arrested. Wish me luck. Just so you know, this came from the Paramount, this tree. So it doesn't get more Ashland than the Ashland Kentucky Paramount, am I right? All right, you guys, so we've got one of the bolts free from our riverfront trash. We have our spring clip. And we have our piece of very green wood. It is still very, very moist. So first step is we got to get this drying. So I am going to cut most of this away. So I'm gonna score some lines on here. We're gonna try and save the very center. That's gonna be our goal. All right, here we go. Hopefully it cuts this with some level of ease. Those outside layers are so much softer. Oh, I've cut pretty straight. That's pretty. Here we go, last big cut. I believe now we're going to take it to the table saw and make it really square. Oh yeah, now we're cooking with gas. There's one. Gang, gang. All right. Oh, this one's gonna be the winner for sure. I think one of these two. All right, so now we're actually in my house. So the fastest way to dry out wood, believe it or not, is in the microwave. So we're just gonna come here, auto defrost, set it on steak, 0.2 pounds, and let her rip. So here we are, microwaving 2 pieces of wood like a crazy person, but that will heat all of the moisture in the wood and cause it to evaporate out. So that is the next step in getting this wood prepped to become handles. All right, so these are done in the microwave. Look at the size difference. Look how much it changed in size from the microwave. That's pretty insane. So this is an active knife shop, so you'll have to excuse the sound, but this next part's pretty crazy. We're going to thin super glue stabilize these. So now we're going to absorb a bunch of thin super glue into this wood. All right, so we taped up the backs here, and what that's gonna do is stop it from flowing all the way through and becoming a huge problem. But what you'll start to notice is this wood is going to drink up this thin super glue. You like that smell, Junior?
Oh yeah.
You taste it with your eyes?
Oh yeah.
Just awful.
Oh.
How many bottles do you think it's gonna drink?
Couple.
I think you're right. All right, well, that concludes video number 1. Here I have our now pretty stabilized Paramount Arts Center tree wood. That's going to be the handles on our Ashland Kentucky knife, the most Ashland Kentucky knife that I could possibly make. So that's done. Here is an update on my horrendous blister on my palm. It's huge. So yeah, just to recoup, I think our plan is this knife is going to get raffled off through tickets that you can get in our retail store. So the plan is for every $10 that you spend in our retail store, you will earn a ticket. And then you fill out your tickets in the store. We put them in a big container. And yeah, once the knife has been finished for a little bit and we sell enough tickets, then we will be choosing a winner that way. But this is going to be a series. The next portion of the series will be me forging the blade out of that spring steel clip. So let me know, what blade style do you think I should do? What knife best represents Ashland, Kentucky? I think it's going to be pretty big. It is a big piece of metal, and I have plenty of handle material here, as you can clearly see. It looks like boobies. Sorry, I'm 12 years old at heart. Regardless, thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a great day, and stay tuned for the next episode. It'll be up when I finish making it. Oh yeah, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. I haven't posted a YouTube video in a hot minute, but this will be a fun one. We'll probably call it like making the most Ashland Kentucky knife ever made. See ya.